Welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of The Show with No Name on Vaughn Radio, where we at least try with all our efforts, with everything in us, to make English exciting. And I think I speak on behalf of everybody I work with, not just myself. So make sure you guys have the Vaughn Radio app, and this way you can learn English all day, every day, with some of the coolest people I know. I'm talking about my amigos at Vaughn Radio. Folks, hold on to your hats, because it's time for liftoff.
10,
Come
9,
on.
8,
8, 7, come on.
6,
5,
4,
7. Oh,
3,
wait. Oh,
2,
man, I always get mixed
1,
up.
0.
Siempre me confundo.
Ignition.
Okay, ignition.
Liftoff.
Here we go.
Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
We got it. Come on. Get ready. Yes.
Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt.
Let's go.
Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready
For the ride of your life.
The show with no name time.
On Vaughn Radio.
Let's go.
All right, amigos, welcome. Welcome to another exciting English class here on Vaughn Radio. And I got to tell you guys something. You are royalty. You are among royalty. And I don't mean like in the sense like kings and queens, but everybody and their mother listens to Vaughn Radio. You don't know how many people, famous people, listen to Vaughn Radio. And you guys, our show with no namers, you're famous too for being the best damn English students out there. But just to let you know, you aren't alone. Some VIPs, remember, we don't say VEEP, we say VIP. Some real VIPs, I mean legends in the world of sports, in the world of diplomacy, entrepreneurs, emprendedor. I mean, I'm talking about some serious people who also learn with Vaughn Radio. So wherever you guys are tuning in from, whatever your walk of life, clase social, I learned that one. We say walk of life. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here with us on Vaughn Radio. And folks, we are celebrating because my podcast that started in my daughter's bedroom has overpassed. Yeah, because this is old news, folks. About 3 weeks ago, we hit 600,000 downloads.
Hey, Alberto, it's your mother. Just wanted to say congrats on 600,000 downloads. We're very proud of you.
Yeah, congrats, Daddy. That is awesome. Great job. Keep it up. Next stop, 1 million.
Well, my daughter is, she's very positive there, very optimistic. Next stop, 1 million. I think next stop, 700,000, right? But wow. I mean, think about it, guys. I started the podcast in my daughter's bedroom during a very difficult time. I think everybody was going through a difficult time. No, there was a lot of uncertainty. I won't even say the word, but everybody knows. And look at that. Every cloud has a silver lining. No hay mal que por bien no venga. So, of course, many people were depressed. Many people lost their jobs. It was a tough time. Let's put it this way. Many people haven't even recovered. And I don't mean from the disease. I mean the mental effects of what happened there. And thankfully, I was able to create something in a time of destruction, and people were scared to death. And I mustered up the energy, sacar, to muster up. A ver cómo se dice esto en español. I mustered up that energy and said, you know what? I've always wanted to do a podcast. I think now's the time. I need to create something, because everything, you turned on the news and it was 5,000 dead, the emergency rooms are, and it was just, I stopped watching TV, and all of a sudden I was cured, at least the mental part. Wow, interesting. So to muster up, to arm yourself, to build up the energy or the courage you need. So FYI, it's a very special thing. It was born out of that. So thank you, FYIers. I know many of you are FYIers and Show with No Namers. Next stop, 700,000. Or if you want to think really optimistic, you can think like my daughter. Next stop, 1 million. Folks, let's take a look at this week's question of the week.
Question of the week.
That's right, amigos. It's our question of the week. Real simple this week. Well, not really. It's kind of deep and philosophical. The question is as follows. Ignorance is bliss. Is that true or false? And why? So ignorance is bliss. I explained it yesterday, but I can explain it briefly again. Bliss is total happiness, right? And so it's how an infant doesn't know about war and disease and all of that stuff, right? So that's what it means. Like a child, or somebody who's never traveled doesn't know about people who are, if I grow up in a rich neighborhood, and I've never been across, I've never left my town, for example. Well, I don't know that there are children my age, in my same circumstances, but they don't have a meal to eat every night. They don't have a school to go to. So it's nice to not know that stuff, but, I won't give you my opinion. I want to hear your opinion. So if you'd like to participate in the question of the week, real simple, okay? Ignorance is bliss. En la ignorancia está la felicidad total, la dicha, right? Do you agree with this? Is this true or false? And defend your answer. You can send me a 1-minute voice message. You can send it to my email address. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. aalonso@grupovon.com. And keep it at around a minute. And also, don't forget to introduce yourselves as well. And a nice round of applause for my students who have participated already. I have some students who have already participated. Great job to you guys, David and Nudia, who got it in way ahead of the game. You have until Thursday at the end of the workday, Spain time. If not, I can't guarantee that I can get it on the air, but we'd love to hear from all of you. Is ignorance bliss? And defend your answer, amigos. All right, let's rock and roll with today's Pop Quiz.
Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz.
Sing it. Pop quiz.
Yeah. Let's go.
Come on. Let's go.
Pop quiz.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. And if you love our pop quiz, then you'll love our upcoming trivia night with Chris Frank.
Hello.
Hey, Kyle, this is Chris. How you doing?
Good, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, what do you have going on February 7th?
I have nothing going on. What do you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking we haven't done Vaughn Radio Trivia Night yet this year, and I'm available to host.
You know what? We haven't kicked off the year yet. I think that could be a great time.
Yeah, I was thinking we could host at Roll Madrid as usual. Is it available that night?
Absolutely. Amaniel 23, Roll Madrid.
Perfect. That's Calle Amañal 23, yeah?
That's the spot.
Awesome. Great. I was thinking 8:30 because that's the usual time, right?
Yeah, that's the usual time. I think that way people will be familiar with it, and they'll know what to expect, which is a good time, as always.
Absolutely. I agree. So perfect.
Vaughn Radio Trivia Night, February 7th at 8:30 p.m. Roll Madrid, Calle Amañal 23.
Hosted by the one and only Chris Frank.
Perfect. I'll see you there then, Kyle.
Looking forward to it.
Great. We'll talk soon.
All right, folks. See you there. That's right. It's February 7th. And be there or be square, as we say. And that means if you're square, it means you're a boring person. So, folks, let's see what I've got in store for you in today's pop quiz. This is coming from one of our materials. It's Vocabulario que deberías conocer. It is a Vaughn material, just one of the many materials that you can get at the Vaughn Tienda. And it's great because it really has a little bit of everything in there. You've got some of the key phrases and expressions you need to know. And it's one of our que deberías conocer collection. We have phrasal verbs, que deberías conocer, expresiones, vocabulario, a little bit of everything. And you can pick it up at the Vaughn Tienda, vaughntienda.com, or wherever fine books are sold. I'm looking at it right now here on the internet on Amazon. Oh, and speaking of Amazon, I always forget to tell you guys about this, just in case you didn't know this. Damian Moya and I, the authors of This Book is the Shit, This Book is the Milk, we have a show on Amazon Audible, and it's called This Show is the Milk. It's very apropos, as we say. We were looking at French yesterday. So it's a really funny show, and it's based on This Book is the Milk, and This Book is the Milk too. If you are an Amazon subscriber with Amazon Prime, I believe you have access to that. Either way, take a look at it. Give it a listen, I should say, because I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And also, we're going to give this a listen. This is a little excerpt from Vocabulario en Inglés que deberías conocer. It's available at the Vaughn Tienda. You can get it online at vaughntienda.com. All right, pay attention, because as always, I'll have a mission for you.
List 23.
Discusión. Acalorada.
Argument.
Asistencia.
Attendance.
Ocupado.
Busy.
Clima. Ambiente.
Climate.
Loco.
Crazy.
Meta.
Goal.
De hecho.
In fact.
Memoria.
Memory.
Jamás. Nunca.
Never.
Horario. Programa.
Schedule.
Pantalla.
Screen.
El tiempo. Atmosférico.
The weather.
A través de.
Through.
Construir.
To build.
Exigir.
To demand.
Enfadarse.
To get angry.
Descansar.
To rest.
Correr.
To run.
Sonreír.
To smile.
Pensar.
To think.
Intentar.
To try to.
Pueblo. ciudad pequeña,
town,
modo, forma, manera,
way,
fin de semana,
weekend.
palabra,
word.
All right, there you go, folks. Some essential vocabulary. This is vocabulario en inglés que deberías conocer. You can get it for under $10. It's available at the Vaughn Tienda. Does it come with audio? Oh, yeah. You can bet your bottom dollar it comes with audio. It comes with around 5 hours of audio, and we just heard a little bit of that. Again, it's part of our collection que deberías conocer, and that is by Ximena Holiday and Company. And you are in luck because you can listen to Ximena Holiday every day after this show on the Vaughn Radio app. She's amazing, not just as a teacher, but as a person. So make sure you tune in. The show is called Test Your English, and that's exactly what Ximena will do. She will test your native English. She'll make sure you don't make those common mistakes que deberías conocer, that you should know. All right, let's take a look at what I'm going to extract from today's audio, because as always, I've got a challenge for you. 3 challenges, in fact. And as always, I want you to use it in context, because if you don't use it in context, we're not really doing anything, just saying words. We want to put them in their natural habitat, if you will. So, the first one is, ellos siempre están discutiendo sobre la política. ¿Ok? Siempre están discutiendo sobre la política. That is number 1. Number 2, there was a word there that was pantalla. And I think a lot of you guys know the word pantalla because of our phones and all of that stuff. But also, there's a usage of this, another usage that I'm going to give you guys. And this is to, how would I say this? To filtrar, hacer una criba, tamizar. I didn't know this one. So this means to select and then reject the ones that are not good, that are not apt, right? So, filtrar, hacer una criba. I didn't know that one. It's a word that's pantalla. But I'll give it to, you know what? I'll let you give it to me in context. So the word pantalla is also a verb, filtrar, hacer una criba, to select and reject. I want you to give me that word in a sentence. It's a double trouble in the end. All right, we're just warming up for later. And the next one is, él siempre ha sido exigente. Él siempre ha sido exigente. All right, amigos, there you go. Those are your 3 translations. You can put them in context. Let's go on over to our virtual classroom and see who's in the house with us, hanging out and having a good time. Let's see. Show with no namers. Great to have you with us. As I read your names, I can only say one word. All right, I'll repeat it a few times, but that's the word. Hallelujah. All right, what's up, amigos? We've got Born to Iron Man in the house. What's up, Born to Iron Man? Front row center, que literalmente es en primera fila y en el centro, pero quiere decir aquí está, no como listo, ¿no? El primero, front row center. There's Born to Iron Man, ready to rock, I'm sure. Another amazing show with no-namer, Chris Valrol. She says, morning, 1 million. Why not? Well, yeah, I mean, if we keep going up, there's only one way to go. We'll eventually reach 1 million. But, I was blown away when I hit 1,000. And now I get over 1,000, easily, quickly. I hate to say it like that, but it's incredible. Thank you. I hope, the only thing I hope is that FYI is growing as much as a program as it is in downloads and charting. In fact, I've got some amazing news here. This is news that made me say, a big shout out to my amigos in Ireland and Argentina. Why? Well, let me tell you something. In Ireland, FYI is number 89 in language learning. In Ireland. That's awesome. Number 89. Now, the top 200, you want to be in the top 200. Let me put everything in context. Okay, top 20 is great. In Spain, it depends on the week. But we're always charting. To chart es estar en las listas. Thanks to you guys. So keep downloading, keep reviewing. This show, FYI, Ximena show, all of them. If you listen to the podcast, it makes everything a little bit more visible. It helps that algorithm of the night. All right. Okay. It is the algorithm of the night. So 89 in Ireland. That's amazing. And are you ready for this one? In Argentina, FYI, is number 27 in language learning. And it's number 96 in education. Are you serious? In the top 100 in Argentina. What's up? Wow. I've got to say, in a million years, would I expect the amount of downloads, the amount of different countries? I can look at it. I have the stats. And FYI is listened to, just like the show with no name, all over the world. So going back to what I said before at the beginning of the show, we are a part of something special here. This is something that is global, that we've got VIPs, and I'm not going to mention names, but the other day somebody told me, Alberto, this famous basketball player? And I said, oh yeah, he's a legend, a Spanish basketball player. And I said, yeah. He goes, well, I had a meeting with him the other day, and he asked me about you. And I said, oh, really? He says he loves the show with no name. So remember that. We've got a lot of people participating live in the chat room, but we've got so many people who either aren't participating live because, just imagine, Sergio Ramos coming into the chat room here, or Roberto Leal. I think it would get things a little bit crazy. So a shout out to all my VIPs, whether you're a VIP because, you're pretty famous, or you're a VIP because you're an amazing student. It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, folks, I can't believe it. I'm taking a look at the time over here, and time is just flying by. We need to go to a quick commercial break right now, my amigos. But when we come back, we've got our pop quiz, which I see so many students participating in. That's great. It's wonderful to read your names. I'll also read your comments when we come back. We'll take a look at our pop quiz answers. We've got the Say What soundbite. We've got homophones, double trouble. We've got Name That Movie, Name That Lyric, where we learn English from pop culture. And you can expect a plethora of challenges up ahead, a wealth of challenges. So I'm going to need your help here, amigos. What do we say when we go to a commercial break? Oh, it was something like stick up? No, it's not stick up. Stick over? No. Oh, wait, you know it. Let's say it together. 3, 2, 1. Stick around. Welcome back. Welcome back, my amigos. It's the show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. And how could I forget? Today we'll also be hearing from my daughter, my lovely daughter, in Learn with Lara. Every Wednesday we've got Learn with Lara. It's great for teachers, well, anybody who wants to see and experience the learning process in its purest form. My daughter and I don't talk about, what's the word here? Grammar, phrasal verbs. I mean, if I say that, she'd be like, Papi, what's a phrasal verb? I can see it now. Papi, what's a phrasal verb? Well, it's a verb with a preposition. What's a verb? Oh, wow. What's a preposition? The never-ending story. Na, 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 na. The never-ending story. All right. Welcome back to part 2 of today's show here on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget to warm up every day. Right before the show, you can warm up with Fitz and his program, No Excuses. Well, folks, it's time for the Say What soundbite.
Yeah.
Say what?
Come on. Come on. Yeah. Say what? What? What you say? What? What you say? What? What you say? What? What you say? What?
folks, here's where you'll hear from famous people. That's also another thing. I've gotten some feedback from FYIers who are telling me they really like when I add audio clips of people speaking in the podcast. So, let me give you an example. Right now, I'm working on a Tina Turner episode. The one and only. She's simply the best. And I say, oh, well, she felt this way about her relationship. And then I say, well, let's hear it from her. So I'm going to have a lot more little sound bites in FYI. I always put in sound effects. I try and create a 3D 360 or 365? 365 is a year, 360-degree experience. All right, amigos. Is everybody ready here? I think this one might not be too easy. Yeah, it's going to be a bit tough, but I think you guys will be able to handle it. So everybody grab a pen, grab a piece of paper or just a tablet, wherever you like to write things down, and jot this down. Here you go. This is the Say What soundbite for the first time.
They must get their own style. Get in the batter's box, be comfortable, because as you know, the real good hitters all are individual players. They have individual styles. So for a little leaguer to try to imitate one of the big league ball players, they'll get into some awfully bad habits.
All right, there you go, folks. That's the first listen. Maybe it's not that difficult. Obviously, he says something about a ball, players, something like that. All right, well, let me play it for you a second time, and then I've got to check your pop quiz answers, and I'd like to hear what you guys heard in today's Say What soundbite. So here it is for the second time.
They must get their own style. Get in the batter's box, be comfortable, because as you know, the real good hitters all are individual players. They have individual styles. So for a little leaguer to try to imitate one of the big league ball players, they'll get into some awfully bad habits.
Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831. Or you can go to our website, grupovon.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you. All right, amigos, more information at grupovon.com. That's our website. We've also got a phone number. It's 911-385831. And if you're looking for materials for self-study, that's our bookshop. It's vontienda.com. Always remember, you can stop by in person and get a free level test. I would do it. Why not? You know where you stand. All right, let's see. We've got a lot of people in our chat room participating. Let's see. Maria Ainoa. What's up, Maria? Maria, Maria, you remind me of a West Side Story. Growing up in Spanish Harlem. What's up, Maria? She says, para los que tenemos menos nivel, la pregunta de la semana en inglés, I think I explained it, ¿no? Dije la dicha, o sea, I said it, right? I think. Explico más, should I explain it more, you're saying? I'm a little bit, well, let me know. Let me know if you didn't get it. I thought I explained it in Spanish. Maybe the word isn't dicha. I thought I heard that somewhere. All right, let's see. Chris Valrol says the question of the week is not that simple, at least for my mind. Well, sometimes it's tell us your favorite food. That's easy. And sometimes I want you to do a little bit of soul searching. Buscando en el alma. Soul searching. Well, it's always harder. Usually the deeper it is, the harder it is to talk about in general, which makes sense, I guess. So I get you, Chris. It's not easy for me, too, because my answer now is not the same answer I had 10 years ago. See? So, but you'll have to wait till Friday because remember, today's Wednesday, and Wednesdays we have lovely Lara. You guys are she's going to melt your hearts today as you learn along with her. Yeah, this is everybody says my show's crazy and, I'm foul-mouthed, que tengo bocaza. It's true. It's all true. But it's also a family show. My mom was on the show this past week, right? My daughter's on the show every Wednesday, and I tell her, because we record it beforehand, but I say, honey, you're going to be on Daddy's show today. And she's like, oh, cool. So she knows. She knows. All right, let's see. Elena says, hello, everyone. It's te falta te apostrophe S. It's so good to be back and everyone in tip-top shape, I guess. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm feeling good. Birds flying high. You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Yeah, love that tune. Feeling great. Hope you're feeling great too. Elena, the expression, I feel like $1 million. Me siento genial. Let's see. Joaquin, what's up? Joaquin, I think you did this yesterday too. Please. I'll repeat it. I'm used to it now. Ya estoy acostumbrado. If you're going to participate in the challenges, put them all in one post, man, or else I see 4 Joaquins and, so for the sake of simplicity, maybe I didn't say it. I'll repeat it, though, just in case. Put all 3 or whatever we're doing, the double trouble, put it all in one thing, right? We need to be concise with our communications. This is a communications class in the end. English, but it is about communication. So keep it concise, put it all in one little packet there, in one post. All right, there's Laura, lovely Laura. What's up, Laura? And she says, good morning, lovely show with no namers. It's great to be back live with all of you. It's always wonderful to have you with us, Laura. And she says, congrats, Alberto, on the 600K FYI downloads. Yeah, it's mind-blowing, believe me. She says, by the way, I love the show with no name episode with your mom. She's lovely and a good sport. To be a good sport, que se presta. She's a good sport. Yeah, thanks for noticing, Laura. She is amazing. There's Salvador. What's up? Here he comes to save the day. What's up, Salvador? He says, hello, amigos. Great to have you with us, Salvador. All right, we got Born to Iron Man taking a stab at today's pop quiz. And he says, they're always arguing about politics. All right. You are correct, sir. Number 2. You should screen the grain from the straw. Excellent. To screen. Think about it. Si usas a screen, no es solo una pantalla. As always, we're looking at ideas, not words. So it's pantalla monitor, but it's also a screen. Where is it over here? It's a barrera, pantalla. What is the other one? To cernar, cribar. So to pass something through a screen. Also at the airport, they have a security screening, right? Where they screen. You can also screen a movie, proyectar. You put it on the big screen, right? They're screening a new movie. So just so you get the idea behind it. But a screen is also anti-mosquitos, y no digo el spray. You can have a sliding door, a sliding glass door. And where I grew up, there are a lot of mosquitoes, so you need a screen door as well. Con reja, is that how you say it? So think about it, to screen. You can also screen your phone calls. Oh, no, yo no conozco este nombre. Okay. O sea, estás haciendo un filtro. Think about it. Es un filtro. No pasa todo por ahí, right? So awesome word to know there, because it's not just pantalla. Okay. A windshield, también parte del coche, is also called a windscreen. ¿Ves? Otra vez, protector, algo que bloquea también. So you get the idea behind it. Wonderful. And number 3, he has always been demanding. And remember, Born to Iron Man in spoken English. In spoken English, you're going to want to contract it. He's always been, no, el apóstrofe ese, he's always been demanding. Great job. Let's see, Elena. Elena says they're always discussing politics. Great. Now, let's clear something out up here, okay? And you guys did it wonderfully. If you're arguing, that's not good. You know, that means people are raising their voices. If you are discussing something, it's like us. We discuss things every day on the show. We have a discussion, ¿no? Discutir algo, pero en el sentido de vamos a hablarlo tranquilamente. And if you notice, Born to Iron Man says we're always arguing about, o también se puede decir, arguing over politics. Fine. The only thing is, if you're going to use discuss, which is no acaloradamente, no usa preposición. So as Elena pointed out, they're always discussing politics. Great job, Elena. She also says, for screen, let's screen the applicants and only get the fittest ones. Wonderful job. Wow. Really wonderful job there, Elena. And the last one, he's always been demanding with his students. Are you talking about me? Okay, well, I am. Well, that's what I tell my, when people say, oh, man, you're really fun. And then I say, yeah, I'm a fun teacher, divertido. I'm always making jokes, but I am demanding. Don't be lazy. You guys know what happens when you're lazy in my class or when you make excuses. I don't take that shit, to speak loud and clear, alto y claro. The smiles stop there and then they come back. But, I got to be, I don't like being, the worst thing is I don't like playing that role. But sometimes if I have to tell a student something 75 million times, which happens, and it's fine, it's part of my job. If not, I can find another job. But like every job, it has its pros and cons. Working with you guys is one of the pros of my job. I think it's the number one pro. And you guys are pros, profesionales. Speaking of pros, there's Chris Valrol. And she says they are always arguing about politics. Yes. Number 2, she says they do a screening, or they screen students to access the university. Perfect. And also, el presente perfecto. He has always been demanding. Siempre ha sido exigente. He's always been. Just remember, guys, it's not he has. Bueno, sí, es he has. Pero siempre contraemos a la hora de hablar. ¿Por qué? Porque eso es como lo hacemos, right? Siempre cogemos el atajo. He's always been demanding. ¿Y la pregunta? Has he always been demanding? Siempre ha sido así, right? And just be careful with that false friend, because how would you say, te voy a demandar? There's one, a bonus. Ahora te lo doy a vosotros. Si me tocas, te voy a demandar. How would you say that? Because it's not, I'm going to demand you. We just said demand is exigir. Demanding, exigente. Does the word exigent exist? Yeah. Do we use it? No, not at all. We say demanding. So let's see if you guys, I'll give you a bonus question in today's pop quiz. And I've got to say, great job so far, show with no namers. There's Vero. Vero, 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 Vero. Like Freddie Mercury. Vero, Vero. She says, morning, beautiful people. What's up, Vero? Welcome aboard. Laura says they're always arguing about politics. Absolutely. Great job, Laura. Number 2. They screen the students and only pick the best ones. I'll take it. And the last one, contracted and everything. He's always been very demanding. He's always been very demanding. Wonderful job, Laura. Vero participating. She says they are always discussing politics or arguing about. She gives us both options. Wonderful job. Number 2, she says, let the teacher be the one, buena estructura ahí, let the teacher be the one who screens the most suitable students to face the challenge. Wonderful job, Vero. And she says, my boss is really demanding. Wonderful job. Excellent job, amigos. All right. We've got to take a look at your Say What soundbite. We've also got to see if anybody knows how to say te voy a demandar. Elena says, a British coach. She's saying that today's Say What soundbite is British. A British coach giving his players advice and warning them not to imitate big athletes, but be themselves. Wonderful. Wow. Elena. I don't know if he's British, but the rest is spot on. Wow. Great job. Good ear, Elena. Laura says, I heard a man who might be a coach encouraging the players to feel comfortable and to develop their own individual styles. Wow. Awesome job. I'm impressed. What can I say, amigos? All right, we've got some people participating in the bonus question on our pop quiz. Si me tocas, te demando. And we already said it's not, I'll demand you. Elena, you are on fire today. If you lay a finger on me, I'll sue you. It's even poetic. Excellent, Elena. If you lay a finger on me, I'll sue you. Joaquin, if you touch me, I'm going to sue you. Perfect. Great. It reminds me of a famous movie line. We're not in Name That Movie yet, but it reminds me of a famous movie line. And it's from Rocky V, the one with Tommy Gunn, the blonde guy. And the promoter, the boxing promoter, his line throughout the movie is, touch me and I'll sue. Tócame y te demando. Touch me and I'll sue. Right? That's his line. And he says it. It's his catchphrase. He says it all throughout the movie. Touch me and I'll sue. And at the end, I'm going to give it away, but I don't care. If you haven't seen Rocky V, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's not one of the best ones. It's all right. But this line makes it worthwhile. And this is when Rocky is down on his luck. No ha tenido buena suerte últimamente. And the guy says his line. Rocky's right in his face. And he goes, touch me and I'll sue. And Rocky says, sue me for what? Que no tengo nada. Oh, man. It's funny how certain lines stick with you. That's why it's good to watch movies. You never thought your teacher would tell you, watch more movies, damn it. Great job, Joaquin and Elena. Let's see, Chris Valrol. She's also participating in today's Say What soundbite. Great job to all of you, by the way. She says, it's an athlete. And I'm not sure if he's a football player, a coach, and I'm not sure if he's British. So it seems like the accent is hard to place today, ¿no? Está costando hoy lo que es el acento, ¿no? To pinpoint or to place the accent. All right, well, don't worry. So she says, and I'm not sure if he's British. He's pointing up, and just be careful. I love that you used it, by the way, but I'm just going to make a little adjustment here, Chris. He's pointing out, right? Destacar, pero me encanta, de hecho. He's pointing out the importance of getting your own style and being, te falta ing, comfy with it. That's right. Developing your own style, being comfortable in your skin, right? Be yourself. As we say in English, you do you. Tú haz de ti. Tú haz lo tuyo. You do you. Es muy sencillo. It's a simple philosophy. But it's true, though. When you're being, and I've always thought about that question. I want to get philosophical here. What does that mean, be yourself? Well, be the person that you want to be. The person that makes you happy. And how does that happen? Well, being around the people you want to be around and doing the things surrounding, your surroundings are kind of you. That's what I always say there. Because it's an age-old question. Yo aprendí esta en español. Milenario es la palabra. It's an age-old question. See? You guys aren't the only ones learning with the show with no name and FYI. But folks, we've got to go to a quick commercial break right now. We've got a lot of stuff to cover here on the show. We've got homophones. We've got our Say What soundbite for the third time. We've got movies. We've got Double Trouble. Man, we've got a lot of stuff to cover here. And as you know, time just keeps on ticking by. I don't know what Madonna was thinking. Time goes by so slowly. Really? Not here. Not in my life. Time flies by. So we are going to make sure we make the most of it here on the show with no name. If I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Hello, amigos. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio, where we've been for 15 years. Whoa! 15 years. I mean, it's amazing. And that's thanks to you. Thanks to y'all, as they say in the South of the United States. Thanks to y'all. You all. Vosotros. Don't forget to listen to all the other amazing programs here on Vaughn Radio. The Pro Bow Show with Rob Grams. Let's Get Random with Jules Linares. The Lunchtime Show with Rob and Andy. Dave Boys and the Salad. Ruby and Speak Up. Kyle Miller and Drive Time. And our latest show, Frankly Speaking, with our host, with the most, Chris Frank. And he'll be hosting our Vaughn Radio Trivia Night coming up this February 7th, 2024. It's going down at Calle de Amaniel 23 Amaniel Street in Madrid. It's at Roll Madrid. Come for an evening of fun, amigos, English, and you could even win prizes. So join us. It's February 7th, and it's our next Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. Folks, it's time for Homophones.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. 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 Show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It is our homophone section where we take a look at words where the intricacies, the nuances are everything, where the little details make the difference. And what I want to know is A, if you're familiar with these words, and then B, if you know if the words sound exactly the same or not, where if there was no context, you wouldn't know what the hell word I was saying. All right, is everybody ready? The first word is, let me give it to you here. I'm going to try and give it to you in English. A high opinion of yourself, right? You walk with your head held high, right? If you are a proud person, right? Orgulloso, then you have a lot of amor propio, orgullo. Okay, that is the word. It can be also soberbia. It can be a negative thing. Think about this. If you guys know a little bit about Greek tragedy, the early days of theater, el teatro, the number one, Shakespeare too, you'll see it, the number one downfall or character downfall for most of the characters is hubris, which is excessive, orgullo excesivo. All right, so that is the first word. And the second word is the past tense of curiosear, husmear, to ask personal questions. It's also abrió con palanca. So it's curioseó, husmeó, o abrió con palanca. Y si lo piensas, es lo mismo. Estás intentando abrirle el coco ahí con una palanca. It makes total sense if you think about it. All right, so the first word is orgullo. Okay, it's a festival that's celebrated once a year as well. So the first word is orgullo. The second word is curioseó, husmeó, o sea, el pasado de ese verbo que acabamos de ver. If you know it, great. You can let us know in our virtual classroom. Stop making resolutions and start making progress with your English in the new year. We've got something for everyone under the sun. Every level, every age, every budget. Grupo Vaughn has got you covered no matter what you're looking for. Whether it be master's courses, group or one-to-one classes, either online or in person. Vaughntown, a true immersion experience. Disney English and Vaughn Jr. for the kids. Oxford Test of English. Camps for kids of all ages. Online courses. And a wealth of other resources at vaughntienda.com. Stop by one of our centers for a free level test or a sample class from one of our top teachers. Why wait? There's no time like the present. Start the year off on the right foot. You can contact us at our website, grupovaughn.com, or give us a call at 911-385831. And make sure you're following us on social media. Let's get going. Pongámonos en marcha. That's right, amigos. Let's get going with our third listen of the Say What soundbite. Is everybody ready? Here you go. This is the third listen.
They must get their own style. Get in the batter's box, be comfortable, because as you know, the real good hitters all are individual players. They have individual styles. So for a little leaguer to try to imitate one of the big league ball players, they'll get into some awfully bad habits.
All right, there you go, my amigos. That's the third listen. You're going to hear this one more time. One more time. All right, let's see what we've got over here, my amigos. I see we've got so many people participating. So right off the bat, desde el primer momento, kudos. The first person to take a stab at it is Born to Iron Man. And Born to Iron Man, the second word is misspelled. So I'm going to move on to the next one, and let's see if Laura spelled it correctly. Let's see, Laura, the two words are and Okay, yes, they are now spelt correctly. And she says they are homophones. Chris Valrol, she says they're homophones. I think Elena and Vero have spelt it the same way as Born to Iron Man. Maybe I'm missing something. Yo nunca lo he visto escrito así. Okay, let's see. Verb. Okay, yes. It's so I'll tell you what. Kudos to Laura and Chris. They got the spelling right. Well, it's really important, right? It's important to get that spelling correct over there. All right, the first word is pride. He has a lot of pride. He's a proud person. As we said, hubris is excessive pride, right? So it's like everything. There's a point where it's good. You should be proud of yourselves, especially you guys, students. You've been doing a wonderful job. That's right. Also, we have it. We use it as a verb as well, to pride yourself on something. Let me see. Let me find. To pride yourself es preciarse, to be conscientious about it. So I pride myself on preparing a great show every day and giving you everything I've got. I pride myself on that. Y esto es me enorgullece. No, estoy orgulloso de ello, pero también estoy consciente de ello. I do it on purpose. I pride myself on it. Also, we say to swallow your pride, to take pride in something. He takes pride in his work, right? So pride. Pride is the word. Orgullo también puede ser soberbia. And the second word comes from, let's look at the root, to pry. P-R-Y. Okay, So if it doesn't come off, we're going to have to try to pry it off. No, usando fuerza y una palanca to pry something. But it's more commonly used in asking too many questions, right? And I love it because when people say, I don't mean to pry, do you know what I say? Well, then don't. Well, I don't know why. Like, you're giving yourself a disclaimer there or something. So to ask personal questions. And that why changes to an I when we put it with EDs, because it's a regular verb. The interesting thing, if you put it in ing, it stays as Y. So that was a tough one there, as I said. So just take note of that spelling. And here, let's use them in the same sentence. He took pride, but then he pried too much, ¿no? Él tenía orgullo en lo que hacía, con lo que hacía, pero luego husmeó, curioseó demasiado. So the words are homophones. Just be careful with the spelling, my amigos. All right, it's time to go to the movies. Name that movie. That's right. It's Name That Movie, only on the Show with No Name. And I remember seeing this movie at the movie theater. I can tell you how old I was, roughly. So the movie came out in 1996. I think I was 17 or 18 years old at that, depending on, what part of the year. So I was a youngster. It came out in 1996. And it stars Robert De Niro, Kevin Bacon. Anybody getting hungry? And Brad Pitt. Oh, wow, what a cast. And the director, Barry Levinson. Barry Levinson did Rain Man. He also did Wag the Dog, which is another one with Robert De Niro and with Dustin Hoffman. So, wow, serious stuff over here. All right, well, you might recognize the movie. You might not. Let's see. After a prank goes disastrously wrong, a group of boys are sent to a detention center where they are brutalized. 13 years later, an unexpected random encounter with a former guard gives them a chance for revenge. Whoa, that sounds pretty hardcore, amigos. I wouldn't want any of that happening to me there. Wow, sounds like a crazy plot line. And a plot line or a plot es la trama, I think you say. So after a prank es una bromita, ¿no? If you're a prankster, eres un gamberro que siempre está haciendo bromas. So after a prank goes disastrously wrong, and we do a prank or we pull a prank. You pulled a prank on me, you prankster. It's a good way to practice. So after a prank goes disastrously wrong, una bromita de estas, a group of boys, un grupito de niños, are sent to a detention center. Okay? We usually call it juvenile detention, right? When you're under 18. Where they are brutalized. No, brutal, viene la palabra brutal. I think that's pretty easy. 13 years later, 13 años después, an unexpected random encounter with a former guard. So unexpected, inesperado, random, ya lo sabéis porque lo usáis en español. Encounter, encuentro, pretty simple, huh? With a former, esta, si no la sabes, apúntala, anterior, with a former guard. Y quiero que todos pronunciéis la palabra guard conmigo ahora mismo. Porque muchísima gente dice guard, guardians of the... No, it's guardian, guard. Lo que tienes que hacer en tu cabeza, saca la U. Get that U out of there. It's just confusing you. So I want you to guard, right? I want you to guard the security. Here you go. The security guard will guard the front door. Okay. He's the guardian. Just because I've heard the word mispronounced so many times. So make sure you're not one of those students. So with a former guard, anterior guardia, gives them a chance for revenge. And how do we say vengativo in English? Miramos el adjetivo. Vengeful. It's not good to be vengeful. All right, let's take a look over here and see if we've got any winners. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chris Valro. All right, wonderful job, Chris. Elena, wonderful. See, that's a great association. Elena says, pry, just like try, intentar. I should have known better. Yeah, well, it's a good way to remember it. Porque trying, la Y se queda, pero tried, no se queda. So there you go, folks. Excellent little observation there, Elena. And it's not a mistake if we learn from it. Oh, and Vero says the movie as well. So great job, Chris Valrol and Vero. The movie is Sleepers. And Vero says, I love this movie. It's in my top 5, incluido en, no? My top 5. So I love the movie. It's, I remember seeing it, and it's a crazy movie. And now Brad Pitt wasn't too fond of it. No estuvo muy contento él con, well, at least with his performance. And he said, and I quote, I think I was a disservice to it. This is the period where I really started getting confused and discombobulated. Eso es una de mis palabras favoritas, descolocado. Discombobulated. Mira las palabras que aprendemos aquí. Because my career started blowing up. And to blow up is hacerse enorme, explotar, for one. And suddenly, I had a lot of people in my ear, comiéndome la oreja, we say in my ear, telling me what I should do and what I shouldn't do. So it's normal. People try and advise you, and they ill advise you. So very interesting if you haven't seen the movie. And please don't pronounce the word sleeper, porque esto es sleeper, como dormir, and slipper. A slipper es una zapatilla de casa. Las que ponemos cuando volvemos del trabajo. Slippers. That's a slipper. So you don't slip on the floor, right? But it's not sleeper, it's slipper. Say them with me. So she's a sleeper who wears slippers, right? Also, another usage of the word sleeper is something that wasn't very popular, and then it later became popular. So that movie was a sleeper hit. Como que en el principio no tuvo mucho tal, pero a lo largo, con el tiempo, la gente le ha cogido cariño o ha sido un éxito al fin y al cabo. All right, so what else can I tell you about this? The author, Lorenzo Carcaterra, has claimed that his book, which the movie is based on, is a true story about his childhood. And so the New York legal community went on the record stating that there were no cases that resembled the case in this book. They went through the court records and they said, not here. But this guy refused to discuss it. No quería hablar de ello. And then his school attendance records, de asistencia, showed that he couldn't have been in prison for as long as he said. So, again, I think this is a case of don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. But many people from his youth came out and said, Lorenzo is a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. All right, amigos, let's take a look at the scene from the movie. All right, Lorenzo says, after he has just handed, to hand es entregar, he has just handed the detective surveillance photos, no? Fotos de reconnaissance, surveillance, de mirar, de investigar. And proof, prueba, o sea, el verbo es to prove, demostrar, and proof, que es la prueba. So prove, verbo, proof, sustantivo. That Adam Styler's a crooked cop. And crooked is no honesto. If somebody's a crooked businessman or a crooked cop, it's not good. So he says, so you got enough for a conviction? ¿Tienes bastante para meterle en la cárcel? No. Para detenerle. And he says, that ain't up to me. Eso no es decisión mío. He says, that's up to a jury. Eso lo tiene que hacer un jurado. Remember, the judge and the jury. Y la expresión, what are you, judge and jury? ¿Qué eres, el juez y el juzgado aquí? So he said, show the jury this. And it was a gun it was evidence, right? A gun in a plastic bag. And the detective says, what do you got there, Ness? ¿Qué es lo que tienes ahí, Ness? And Lorenzo says, about 3 weeks ago, the body of a drug dealer named Indian Red Lopez was found in an alley, un callejón sin salida o entre dos edificios. You don't want to, decimos la expresión, you wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley, right? Y también if something is up your alley, es justo lo tuyo. And Jackson Heights is in New York City. 3 bullets in his head, nothing in his pockets. And the detective says, I'm with you so far. Hasta ahora voy contigo. And Lorenzo says, this is the gun that killed him, and these are the shells. The shells are once the bullet is fired, the shells are what remains. And then the detective says, mimicking a game show, and what's behind door number 3? ¿Y qué hay detrás de la puerta número 3? Like, more surprises. Great. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. It's awesome. All right, amigos, time for Name That Lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is... No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric only on the show with no name. And we're doing things a little bit out of order because remember, we're going to have Learn with Lara in the 4th part of the show. So we've got a couple other sections. We've got Double Trouble, jokes, and famous birthdays, and Learn with Lara in the 4th part. So we've got a lot of stuff to cover in part 4. Let's see if you recognize today's song. Que Dios esté contigo por cada calle que deambulas. May the good Lord be with you down every road you roam. Roaming, deambular. And may sunshine and happiness y que la luz solar y la felicidad surround you when you're far from home. Que te enredan. I don't know how to say that. Que estén a tu alrededor cuando estés lejos de casa. And may you grow to be proud, dignified, and true. May you grow to be proud. We looked at the word proud. We looked at the word pride earlier as well. We found out it's a homophone. And do unto others as you'd have done to you. And do unto others. Haz a los demás. This is the golden rule, folks. La ley dorada, you call it, or this is do unto others. Haz a los demás como quisieras que te hicieran a ti. Do unto others as you'd have done to you. Excellent, excellent advice and an amazing song. Be courageous and be brave. Be courageous and be brave. It means the same thing. And in my heart, you'll always stay forever young, forever young, forever young. That's right, folks. It's Rod Stewart Forever Young. What an amazing song. We're going to listen to it right now when we go to our third commercial break. If you don't know the song, it's a beautiful, inspirational song for all of you who are forever young, forever young. Sing it. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to this. I can't believe it. Part 4. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. Thank you so much for having fun with me every day here on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget to stay tuned to all the amazing programs we have up ahead. Ximena can't be in better hands than that. And then you've got the lunchtime show. You've got Speak Up with Ruby. You've got Let's Get Random with Jules Linares. The Salad with Dave Boys. Kyle Miller's Drive Time. Frankly Speaking with Chris Frank. The Pro Bow Show with Rob Grams. No Excuses with the one and only Fitz. And the man who started it all, the one and only Richard Vaughn. And you've got those English teachers every day at your disposal if you've got the Vaughn Radio app. And a shout out to all our new listeners. Every time I go to the playground with my daughter, the playground, el parque, we've got new listeners. Why? People hear me speaking English to my daughter and they're like, wait, you speak English? It's an instant conversation starter. As I said, you guys are a part of something big. This is Vaughn Radio. This is the show with no name, and you guys are rocking. It's time for today's double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble. That's right, amigos. It's double trouble. I think this is going to be one of the easiest ones we've looked at in a while. So what do I expect? Total participation. I want all of you to participate here. All right. Él está muy motivado. O ella, whatever you want. As long as you know the difference, right? Está muy motivado, pero está empezando a volverme loco. Okay? So, está muy motivado, pero está empezando a volverme loco. Or as we say in English, loco and la cabeza. All right, let me give you the Say What soundbite as well while you guys are thinking that through. Here's the Say What soundbite for the fourth time.
They must get their own style. Get in the batter's box, be comfortable, because as you know, the real good hitters all are individual players. They have individual styles. So for a little leaguer to try to imitate one of the big league ball players, they'll get into some awfully bad habits.
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughn Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughn Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughn.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughn Town. That's right, folks. And more information about Vaughn Town, our Disney camps, our weekend camps, our new Harry Potter weekend initiative. That's going to be awesome. Find out all about that if you go to our website, grupovaughn.com. Also, I think the easiest way is you can follow us on social media. We also have a newsletter, and it just tells you about what's going on. So new initiatives, special deals, events, and all that jazz. So if you want to stay up to date, well, I'll tell you what, the best way is by following on social media. All right, let's see what we've got. We've got to take a look at our double trouble. The first one to participate over here is Laura. And let's see, I have a hunch, una corazonada. I have a hunch that Laura is going to nail this one. Let's see. Laura says he's very driven, but he's starting to drive me crazy. Great. They're the same root. They're la misma raíz. Excellent. He's very driven. Y ojo, por favor, muchísima gente dice driving. No digo correctamente, digo mal. Driving, right? It's driven. So it's drive, drove, driven. Es como written. It's not written, it's written. Write, wrote, written. Toma nota porque esos dos, written, he oído muchas veces. Escrito, que es la palabra escrito. Y driven, he oído driving. So he's very driven, but he's starting to drive me crazy. Chris Valrol says he's really driven, but he's starting to drive me crazy. Great job, ladies. Elena, he's really psyched, but he's also getting me psyched. I love what you did, Elena. But here, psyched, even though it's mental, it you could say he's driving me psycho. But psyched is me está motivando, me está. So it's not exactly the same. But Elena, I do applaud your creativity. Excellent job over there. Let's see, Chris. She drives me crazy. I can't help myself. Ahí aprendemos, me vuelve loco y no puedo controlarme. I can't help myself. She drives me crazy. All right. Also, guys, another way to say it, which nobody said, but same idea. He's got a lot of drive. So you can say he's driven or he's got drive. See, again, we're just playing with the word a little bit more. You've got a lot of drive. You're very driven. Los dos significan absolutamente lo mismo. So drive, drove, driven, and you're driving me crazy. Otra forma de decir eso también es, you are driving me up a wall. You're driving me up a wall. Me estás volviendo que subo por las paredes. You have a similar expression, don't you? Don't ya? All right, let's see what we've got coming up next here. Folks, we've got a little birthday celebration and famous birthday trivia. That's right, amigos. It's famous birthdays here on the show with no name and our first birthday girl. Now, this is interesting because normally you don't call somebody a girl or a boy once they're an adult. It's a guy or a girl. Well, yeah, girl, miss, a girl, say a guy or, well, no, it's different. I know this boy. I would say I know this guy, because I would think, oh, a little boy. But when it's your birthday, you're always a little boy or a girl. So she is today's birthday girl, our first birthday girl. She was born in 1970. She's an English singer, songwriter, and actress. And she rose to prominence with her breakout role in Circle of Friends, which I never saw. But then she was in Grosse Point Blank, which is a very popular movie. And then where she just blew up was when she was nominated for both the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress and the Screen Actors Guild Award. And that was in Good Will Hunting. El Indomable Will Hunting, you call it? In English, it has a double meaning. So goodwill es la bondad. En busca, en caza. Cazando la bondad, pero también es Good Will Hunting, el Will Hunting bondadoso, porque se llama Will Hunting. Really good name. Great movie, too. I'm sure you've seen it. If you haven't seen it in English, you're missing one of the greatest performances ever, and I'm talking about the one and only Robin Williams. And she was the female lead in this movie. She was also in The Riches. She's been nominated for many different awards as well. She has 3 full solo albums as a singer as well, which I've never heard her sing. That must be interesting. And she's also lent her voice to video games, which are now I would say even more popular than movies. All you have to do is look at the budgets, los presupuestos que llevan estos, right? Oh, and her last name is Conductor o Conductora. En su caso, right? And we just looked at the word in our Double Trouble section. Were you paying attention? All right, number two. This person was born in 1951, the same year as my mom. 1951, an American singer, songwriter, pianist, and producer. His stage name, he's known by his stage name, which I'm not going to tell you, but I'll tell you the name of his band, the Sunshine Band. Ahí te lo digo todo, si los conoces. And they produced a lot of disco hits. This is one of those groups that when you hear their songs, you have to dance. It's them. And he was the lead singer of this band, the Sunshine Band. And some of their songs you might know. That's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it. They also got Shake, 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 Shake That Booty, Shake That Booty, Mueve ese culito, Shake, 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 Shake That Booty, Shake That Booty. And then he's got I'm Your Boogeyman. I'm your boogeyman. Boogeyman es el hombre del saco, pero también boogie es bailar. Ahí ¿viste lo que hizo? I'm your boogeyman, and I'm here to do whatever I can. Also, I gotta put on my boogie shoes, boogie shoes. Oh, man. Hit after hit. And last but not least, this guy had hits as well, but not as a musician, as a baseball player. He hit the ball really well. He was one of the greatest batters ever, one of the greatest baseball players ever. And he was the first African American to break the color line in the MLB. So he wasn't just an amazing baseball player, but he also was the first black player in the white leagues, because back then there was racial segregation and they had something called the Negro Leagues. So this guy changed the game forever. And he's not just a legend because he was an excellent baseball player, but he also knocked down some, I would say the best way to say it, he paved the way, allanó el camino, he paved the way for future ball players. And his story, if you can watch a documentary on him or anything, tells maybe read the Wikipedia page. It's always better to hear a documentary or watch something. And he's just a fascinating person. All right, speaking of fascinating people, Chris Valrol. Number 1, Minnie Driver. Number 1. Number 2, Harry Wayne Casey. Casey and the Sunshine Band. I'm walking on... No, they're not I'm Walking on Sunshine. That's Katrina and the Waves. Me estoy liando. La playa, the waves, las olas, the sunshine. ¿Ves? Somebody doesn't want to be in Madrid in winter. So Harry Wayne Casey, and the last one, Jack Roosevelt Robinson, a.k.a. Jackie Robinson. Take a look at his inspirational life, Jackie Robinson. He was also today's Say What soundbite. It was Jackie Robinson. He is an American. Some of you thought he was British. He goes, they must get their own style. Talking about the young players. Get in the batter's box. The batter's box is donde batean. And be comfortable, because the real good hitters are all individual players, right? They have individual styles. So for a little leaguer, so the big leagues, estás en primera. A little leaguer, los de las pequeñas ligas. A little leaguer es el jugador de pequeñas ligas. So for a little leaguer to try and imitate the big league ball players, they'll get into some awfully bad habits. So that's another thing he's saying. You got to start from scratch. Don't copy us. We've been doing it for 30 years. You got to start, go back to basics, as we always say here on the show. So here he is, the legendary baseball player and human rights activist, Jackie Robinson.
They must get their own style. Get in the batter's box, be comfortable, because as you know, the real good hitters all are individual players. They have individual styles. So for a little leaguer to try to imitate one of the big league ball players, they'll get into some awfully bad habits.
All right, there you go, folks. Jackie Robinson, amazing story. I don't think there's one person in the United States that doesn't know who this man is. In fact, I think if you got to get like your citizenship, la ciudadanía, nunca me sale esa palabra. Ciudadanía. Oh, nunca. Man, I'm never going to get that word. I think that's one of the questions. Who was the first black baseball player? And that is the one and only Jackie Robinson. All right, well, folks, now we've got to take a look at the section you've all been waiting for. By far, the cutest section here on the show. And it's not because of me. I'm not that cute, but my daughter is simply adorable. And as you know, every week we can learn little lessons with her. And as always, I want you to focus on the simplicity, on the fact that she doesn't understand grammar. She doesn't know what it is. She's just listening with a pure ear, and she's just trying to comprehend and answer. And if you do that, you can't go wrong. It's working really well for her, as you'll hear. It's time for Learn with Lara. To Learn with Lara.
That's me. Come on. Let's go, amigos.
You're a great singer, Mommy.
¿Para qué es eso?
I'm recording her. Is she a good singer? No.
Look at me.
What?
Look at me.
I am recording you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am Lara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am Lara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am Lara.
That's a beautiful song.
And it's a fun song.
Mommy, you're a great singer.
No, you're not.
Do you like the way Mommy sings?
You not?
No. Should we pretend? Mommy, you're a wonderful singer. Right, Lara?
Yeah.
We're just pretending.
We're pretending.
Galileo. Sing that one, Mommy.
I don't know how to sing that.
Galileo.
It's Queen.
It's Queen.
I
Good
know
job.
my songs, guys. It's not one of them.
Do you know any Bob Marley songs? Where are the earmuffs? Oh, thank you. Put them on so we don't have to hear her. My ears are going to explode.
Dad.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. We'll put on the hoodie.
Mommy sings fast.
Oh,
Okay. I want to sing forever.
is Mommy a good dancer? Yeah? Well, at least she's got that going for her. And are you a good singer, Lara?
Yeah.
You're not Lara.
I'm Lara.
Are you a good dancer?
Yes.
I'm the best.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're great.
Yeah, like me.
Okay, tell me a secret. Okay, let's pretend. Get up, stand up. Who sings like that? Mommy. Don't give up the fight.
You're lucky, but in the end, you're imitating me, guys.
What's your favorite song Mommy sings, Lara?
You are imitating me, so I'm the leader. You know?
They say imitation is the best form of flattery.
You are big fans of me. You see,
You're not.
it's okay.
We're not.
It's okay, guys. You can be my fans.
We're not really fans.
We're not really fans.
I mean, we like the way you dance, but if you could not sing, it would be better. Right?
Yeah.
Please don't sing.
Please don't sing.
Our ears are bleeding
Yeah. And it's floating.
and exploding.
No exagerizing. No exagerizing.
Please don't sing anymore. Strawberry? Oh, thank you.
For you.
Thank you, honey. I love strawberries.
Me too. They're good.
Strawberry. Mmm.
Yummy.
Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Mommy, if you don't keep singing, we are it's better.
Yeah, it's better if you don't keep singing.
Why?
We don't like it. We like you.
But and you're dancing, but we don't like you singing.
So it's nothing personal because we love you. But
Yeah.
please don't sing.
Poppy sings good.
Thank you, honey. And Lara sings good too.
Thank you,
I don't hear you
Poppy.
singing. The only person that sings every day is me.
Please
Please
don't
don't
sing
sing
anymore.
anymore.
Thank you, kindly.
You're just big fuckers.
Let's put on this my tail.
What if mommy sings us a song now?
Yeah, sing us a song, Mom.
Sing us a song, Mom.
You told me don't.
Well, if you say you're such a great singer.
I just sang from you guys 1 second. Thank you. Thanks. I'm gonna repeat my art for people that they don't, value my art.
You feel underappreciated?
Exactly.
An unsung hero?
Just like Van Gogh.
You're Van Gogh. I think he was.
I'm gonna just cut my ear.
You're Van Gogh as a singer, right?
No, I'm gonna cut my ear.
La oreja de Van Gogh.
I'm gonna cut my ear like him. So I'm gonna-
¿Cuántos sonidos?
Nobody appreciates my.
You want to become a martyr
Exactly.
in the artistic world?
Exactly.
Do we want mommy to sing or not?
Yes.
Yes, mommy. Sing us a song. In the end, we're going to let you sing one more song, but then no more, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's beautiful. Are we kidding?
Estoy escribiendo.
Pass me the earmuffs. Can I borrow your earmuffs? Thanks. But how are you going to cover your ears?
Está
Okay.
You think you're funny, guys? You think you're funny? Are you laughing at me?
No.
No, we think you're a great singer.
I feel like Rudolph in this story. Like everybody's laughing at me.
But you're good.
You're good, yeah.
Thank you for laughing at me, guys. You're really kind.
But as an artist, you can't be so sensitive. You got to have thick skin.